Hi, I'm Steve, the service manager here at Good Sense RV and Motors in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Congratulations, Carla, on your 2018 Outback purchase. I am going to be the gentleman going over the unit with you, so let's go ahead and start this walkthrough. All right? You got a great hatch here, goes all the way through, gives you good access into the front of the unit. Now right here is your fresh water connection and city water connection. These are going to be where you're going to be bringing your fresh water into the unit. This will be if you're going to fill up the tank to boondock or anything like that. You can pop a hose right in here. Do not put the pressure very high. You do have a ventilation right here, but air pressure builds up inside the unit. So if it starts burping, spitting water out at you, it's perfectly okay. All you got to do is turn the water down on the hose. All right. Right here is going to be the city water connection. Now, if you're going to be at an RV park or anything like that, you want to hook the hose right up to here to get water in your system without having to fill water in your tank. If you do that though, you do need a water pressure regulator that will go right here and connect to your hose, and that'll bring down the PSI of the hose pressure. If you don't do that, you can blow out your lines on the backside and you can have a mess. All right, now let's go ahead and make our way down this way. I'm going to take you and show you where the septic tank's at. So right down here, you have a black tank and a gray tank. Right under here is the drain for those tanks. The right hand side is your black tank, left hand side is gray. You will start with the black tank. Once your hose is hooked up and ran into the septic system, you will pull this hose, drain it out. When you are complete, close this valve, open this valve up. It'll flush out all the septic inside the unit, and then it'll clean it up, close that up. You never open them together, okay? Now the nice thing about your unit is you actually have a tank flush. You can hook a hose up right here and it'll spray right into the black tank. Do not turn your water on unless the black tank valve is open to flush out your tank. You can build pressure and cause problems and cause damage. Now your unit actually has another tank to drain. We're going to move back this way, and if you take a look right under your slide out here, there is another tank or another connection there to hook up a hose and drain. On the right side is your handle to pull, drain it out and close it. Does not tie in with that tank, so you got to drain each of these separately after every trip. All right, fantastic. Let's make our way to the back of the unit here. Now right here behind your tire is going to be where your cord plugs right into, okay? So you can plug that right in. Your cable goes right here. Now keep in mind, you can plug your cord and you can get an adapter to go to a 110. You do not want to do that and run your air conditioner. You can run everything else in your coach, but your air conditioner has to be a 220 to run properly, okay? So keep that in mind. Your spare tires right here. You got a nice storage right here with an access to get into your shower if there's any plumbing or anything like that that needs to be repaired. All right, now you got an outdoor kitchen. Great part of the unit. You got a nice fridge right here. Put some drinks, stuff like that. Here's your faucet that comes out here. Now what this is a quick connect faucet connection. If you look, you got the little connections there, and all you do is slide it right into this and twist the nut, and boom, you are hooked up and ready to go. You do not have a drain. You'll have to dump this out as you use it, otherwise it'll overflow. Great counter space. Stove top out here makes it nice to, heat up, keep food warm, anything you need to do, and another counter that slides out on this side. All right. This is the vent that goes behind your fridge. This should be accessed mainly by a service technician. You should have no reason to be getting into here. But you're more than welcome to take a look, see what's back there, but all it is the back of your fridge. This is the ventilation for your furnace. Now people like to buy screens that go on this and cover it to keep rodents and bugs out, stuff like that, which is great for storage. But you got to keep in mind, if you're going to utilize this, you want to remove the screen. I know it doesn't look like it, but it does restrict the flow of air by 50%, and that could cause damage to your furnace. So I highly recommend leave this thing empty if you're going to be utilizing the furnace. You got an outdoor plug here, and if you want to hook a TV or anything up and you're hooked up to cable, or you want to use the antenna, you can hook it up right here. here's going to be your water heater. You can pop it open. Here's your plug. Everything you need. Now there is a push to reset button if it ever stops working. One of the first things for you to do is come and hit these two buttons and see if that helps. If that doesn't help and get everything working for you, then you might want to call a service technician out here to give you a hand. Closes right up. Okay, great. And then you got another storage on the back side over here. Now what you got here is you got a crank. And this crank goes to your stabilizing jack right here, and you use this to crank down and stabilize your unit. Okay, now this is not to be lifting up your trailer, leveling out your trailer. It is made as a stabilizer. You can strip out the jack if you're trying to lift your trailer and level it out. You generally want to use rocks and stuff like that to level that out the tires, and then once you get it set, this just stabilizes everything so you're not moving around as you walk around. All right, that'll be right in there. Well, let's go ahead and make our way to the inside of the unit. All right, first things first. So right here is where all your controls are for the slide outs and the awning. So you have an in and out on the awning. We'll go ahead and we can just hit out, and there goes your awning. Works great. Nothing like an electric awning. Oh yeah, very nice, very nice. Then you just hit the button and bring it right back in, and it'll lock in place. A nice thing about your awning is you actually have lights that light up right on the side of there. You have the LEDs. All right, now we're gonna come back to over here. These are your controls for your slide outs in and out. Basically, hit it in, it'll bring your slide out in, out, it goes right back out. Your water heater, this will be for gas, this will be for electric. So you have a dual water heater. You could use either or both. You will need to be plugged in to run the electric. If you're not plugged in, it'll run off propane and it'll run on gas. Works great, and a lot of people like to turn them both on to warm up the water right away, and then they'll turn it off and do what they got to do. You have a system monitor here. Now click on it, you got a full battery, okay? And you could click on all your stuff here, and it'll tell you the levels of what you got in there, how much fluid you got in there, anything like that. So pay attention as you're using the restroom, as you're washing dishes, as you're taking showers. You want to keep an eye on this monitor, okay? And make sure you don't overfill anything. Now to turn on your water pump, you will hit that button. Red light means it's on. Light off means that it's off. So very simple, nothing too crazy. Come on in. Now you got your TV right here, your entertainment center with your radio and everything there. Speaker system works amazing. Now we're going to move to your fridge, okay? You have a Dometic fridge, and if you look right up on top here, there's an on and an off switch, okay? You turn it off, turn it on. Now if you look and see, I have it on auto. Now what auto does is it'll switch to electric first, and if it doesn't find any electricity, then it looks for propane. And that's what automatic does. It automatically switches back and forth. If you want it only on gas, you can hit it on gas, but keep in mind, if the check lights up, the check light lights up, you want to check and make sure your propane's on and everything is working good. You could have an issue if that light does come on, okay? Works great. You got clips here that open the door, and they keep them locked in. So keep in mind, you got to push the clip and open the door very slowly. Don't rush or anything like that. Now you got a ventilation right here, light and a fan. Here is your stove and oven, okay? Now right here you have the dials to turn your stove on, basic. This is a spark igniter. What it'll do is it'll spark and it'll ignite the burners, and you're good to go, all right? Now to use your oven, what you're gonna wanna do is, if you look on the knob here, there's a pilot push to hold. You will need to light the pilot underneath, right under here. Okay, push and hold, light the pilot, hold it till the pilot stays lit on its own, slowly let go. Once it stays lit, all you got to do is turn it to the desired temperature, and you can do what you need to do. If you want to leave it on pilot and leave it running while you're in the unit and, you know, camping, whatever, you're more than welcome to. I tend to turn it off so I'm not burning propane. When you're done, turn it right to off and you're good to go. All right. Right below your stove here is going to be your fuse panel and breakers. Okay, so if you have any power issues, one of the first things you want to check is your fuses and your breakers. If you're plugged in, you want to check your breakers. If you're going to be using the battery, anything battery power will just be on these fuses right here. So definitely keep an eye on those. If anything happens, check those. You got your carbon monoxide detector right here. Green light means everything is good. If this thing starts going off, you want to address the issue. Why is it going off? One thing that could cause it is a low battery. So definitely check your battery and make sure you got good 12-volt battery coming out of there. If you don't, that'd be one of the first things to check. Okay, your sink is right here. You do have a plug underneath. All right, you can go ahead and you have a ventilation right here, but you just turn this, opens right up, and you actually have a max airflow cover up on top. All right, we can move into the bedroom here. Very simple. Light switch right here for the lights and everything. Great closet. You do have a mount here for a TV. This unit doesn't come with a TV in the bedroom, but you're more than welcome to get one and install it. There are boards here to support a wall hang. Right here is going to be where you'll hook up your antenna, and there is a button right here that you can push, and what that does is it powers the antenna to give you a better signal. When you're done, pop it right off, and of course a plug. All right, let's go ahead and make our way back to the bathroom over here. Oh, we can take a look. Your table drops down into a bed. You got your couch and everything sitting right here. Okay, great unit. Right here is going to be the thermostat. Now you have a cool, a fan, and a heat. Okay, that's going to be if you want AC running. Of course, cool furnace will be the heat, or if you just want the fan and the AC running, it's not, you know, quite hot enough to put the AC on, you can do that. Now, if you look here, it has an auto and an on, and then low and high on both of those settings. If you set it to auto, you can set thermostat to the temperature you want in here, and it'll automatically stay at that temperature. If you just move it to on and run it on high or low, it will constantly stay running. You will not shut off itself or anything like that. You must shut it off. Okay? And we'll move into your bathroom here. All right, you got two switches here. Now one is going to be for your light, and one is actually for your ventilation fan right up on top. Okay, pop it out, ventilate it, you're good to go. Now if you notice here, you have a GFI plug right here. Okay, now what you want to do is if any power pops, say you got a coffee maker going, curling iron in here, something pops, this plug is tied into the kitchen and tied in outside. So you definitely want to make sure you reset this plug. If anything pops or anything like that, take a look. See if this is anything that popped. That way you don't, spend money on a technician to come out when it's something as simple as a button. All right, you got your great shower right here. Everything on that end. All right, your bunk beds on this end. And the nice thing with this unit is you pop open your storage and you can actually access the storage from the outside. So you got 3 doors or 2 doors into that storage. So it's a great feature that you got in this unit. Now the other thing I want to show you is on the air conditioner right here. You do got these little knobs here that you can move and open up the ventilation on it. And then the great thing is you can close it up and you've actually got a ducted AC unit. So you actually spray AC out of these vents throughout the unit. It'll really cool the unit down big time. Okay, well let's go ahead and make our way out to the front. I want to show you the tongue, and I want to show you the sway bar system. Okay. Okay, your unit that you have is actually prepped for solar. So you actually have a plug here that's wired up to the top. I can't even get open at the moment. There we go. And what it's made for is you can hook up a solar system, get it plugged into your battery, and keep it charged if you want to boondock or go anywhere, have fun. Right now, here's your docking lights for the unit. Okay, nice little switch right there. You do have an automatic jack up and down. Very simple. Okay. Now we did do a sway bar system for your unit. Now the easiest way to put it on is you want to hook the trailer up to the truck, then extend the jack high enough to where this is pretty loose. You got this bar here. It slides into the hole. See, the sway bar actually fits into the unit, okay? And all you simply do, lift it up, and it's on. Then you sit here and just pop the pin in. I'll go this way here, actually. And that holds your sway bar in. Once you have done that, you can go ahead and retract your jack and drop the truck right back down, and it'll snug everything right up. You don't want to try taking that apart without doing this. It'll be a lot of pressure and you could hurt yourself. Now once that is completely up, right in here is going to be where your propane tanks are. And if you take a look here, you have 2 tanks and you have an actual switcher here with a switch. Now what you can do is, whichever tank you're utilizing, you spin that switch around, point it at it, and that's the tank you're going to be using. Okay? You can switch it back to whichever tank you want. And you got the cover here. Oh. Alright. Fantastic. Okay, well, last thing I want to show you is we actually put a brake controller in your truck also. So right under here, under your radio, is where your brake controller is at. Okay, now if you look on the left hand side, there is a knob here. This knob is where you set the brake controller to how you want the brakes to lock. Now you can either go stronger or less stronger, so it just depends on what you want. Now this button here, if you push that, that'll apply the brakes to the trailer automatically, so keep that in mind. And that's pretty much everything on your 2018 Outback, and I want to wish you guys the best. If you do have any problems or anything, we are here to help you. Feel free to give us a call at 505-300-4100, and good luck.